Hello dear students, today here I am with next video. I got a request about cervical vertebra. So today we are going to see cervical vertebra, and as I am focusing on the uh, vertebrae only, because see, it is very essential to see carefully, and also students are saying that I need to focus on camera on the bone also. So see, number 3, 4, 5 and 6 are the typical cervical vertebra, and we identify by the foramina transverse area on the transverse process. This is the foramina transverse area. Okay, now the number 1 cervical vertebra, it is atypical, and this is the number 1, which is called as the atlas. Okay, then number 2 cervical vertebra, second cervical vertebra is known as the axis due to this dance process. Okay, and number 7 cervical vertebra is called as the vertebrae prominence, because the spine is a long and prominent spine, and it is not bifid. Okay, it ends at the tubercle. This is the tubercle and long spine. That's why this is the vertebrae prominence. In next video we will discuss about the atypical cervical vertebra, but today we will see the features of typical cervical vertebra. So see students, this is a typical cervical vertebra. The transverse processes are pierced by the foramina transverse area, as well as the spine is bifid. Here it is destroyed here like this. Spine is bifid. Okay, so when there is a spine bifid and foramen are present, this is the cervical vertebra. So as usually vertebra has 7 parts: body, foramen, body, vertebral foramen, transverse process, okay, then pedicles, lamina and spine, as well as superior articular facets. These are the superior articular facets and these are the inferior articular facets. Okay, now see, one by one we will go the details. First, the body. Body is shorter, or as compared with the vertebral foramen, it is short and transversely expanded, and on both sides there are the tubercles. These are called as the uncal tubercle, because it is at the center it is concave, and on the both side there are the tubercles. Okay, they are called as the uncal tubercle. And the anterior surface, the lower margin is beveled. The inferior surface, it is, we can see it is at the center concave, and at the anterior side it is beveled it gives accommodate to the uncal process of the inferior vertebra for the articulation. Okay, and in between the two vertebra there is the articulation with along with the disc. Okay, at the center, nucleus pulposus. Okay, so this is about the body. The anterior surface and posterior surface has attachment of longitudinal ligament, and body is small as compared with the vertebral foramen. Okay, vertebral foramen, it is large as compared with the body, and it is triangular in shape. Okay, it is triangular in shape. And what is the role of vertebral foramen? It accommodates, or it passes the spinal cord along with the its coverings. Okay, now the transverse process, see, these are the transverse process which is pierced by the foramen. Foramen is called as the foramina transverse area, which which is useful, or which allows to pass the vertebral artery, vertebral vein and the cervical ganglion also. Okay, now this is called as the costotransverse bar. So this is the anterior tubercle, this is the posterior tubercle, and this is the transverse bar. Okay, see students, this is the anterior tubercle, this is the posterior tubercle, and this is the bar, and total element is called as the costotransverse bar. Okay, Now the pedicles are directed posteriorly and lateral side, posterolaterally. These are the pedicles and these are the lamina are directed posteromedially. Okay, now the spine is bifid, and this total unit is called as the vertebral arch. The pedicles and lamina along with it is called as the vertebral arch, and spine is bifid. Okay, now these are the superior articular facets. These are the superior articular facets which are directed backward and upward. Okay, and these are the inferior articular facets which are directed forward and downward, like this. See, forward and downward, backward and upward, and they articulate with the corresponding vertebrae for the intervertebral joint. Okay, so in all, these are the common features of the typical cervical vertebra. It has body, vertebral foramen, spinous process, pedicles, lamina, transverse process, superior articular facets and inferior articular facets. But what is the peculiarity or what is the characteristics of cervical vertebra? The transverse process is pierced by the foramina transverse area and spine is bifid. Okay, this is the features of the common cervical vertebra. Now somehow the attachments, the anterior surface and posterior surface of the body, they give attachment to the longitudinal ligament. Okay, the anterior tubercle and posterior tubercle. Anterior tubercle gives origin to the longus colli muscle, scaneus anterior, and posterior tubercle to the scaneus posterior, medius. Okay, now if we see the spine, gives attachment to the semispinalis, interspinalis, spinalis cervicis. Okay, and trapezius, ligamentum nuchae. So these are the attachments of the spine, important attachments. Okay, and the superior surface of the body, and it is articulate with the inferior surface of the corresponding means the upper vertebra, and along with the disc. Okay, so students, see, you have to be very careful by identifying each and every vertebra. So in the case of cervical vertebra, the foramina transverse area and bifid spine, these two are the special characteristics that you have to be remember. Okay, thank you for your suggestions and requests. According to that, we will go again further. Keep watching and subscribe the channel, and ask your friends to subscribe it and share it. Okay, thank you.